Recently, a tense encounter unfolded above the South China Sea. A Chinese jet and an Australian helicopter nearly collided, escalating tensions and spotlighting the strained China-Australia relations. This event highlights the fragile balance of power and the thin line between routine operations and potential conflict. During a standard surveillance mission, the close encounter occurred. The Chinese jet performed aggressive maneuvers, alarmingly close to the Australian craft. The crew was visibly shaken, raising concerns about Chinese military protocols. Immediate official responses followed the incident. This near miss serves as a reminder of the volatile disputes in the South China Sea and their potential to spark international crises. On the fateful day, the Australian Navy's MH-60R Seahawk helicopter was on a routine mission, monitoring maritime traffic, when it encountered the Chinese J-15 fighter. Known for its agility and combat readiness, the J-15 approached at an unusually high speed and at a perilously close range. The Australian crew reported the incident as a near miss, though it avoided immediate physical confrontation. Observers suggest that the incident was a calculated display of China's growing assertiveness in the region. Over the past decade, China has significantly increased its military presence in the South China Sea, asserting territorial claims and enhancing its capability to project power far beyond its shores. This incident is seen as part of a broader pattern of behavior aimed at intimidating other nations' military assets in the region. The Australian Defence Minister publicly expressed concern over the incident, stressing the importance of adhering to international laws and norms to ensure safety and reduce the risk of miscalculations. Meanwhile, experts are analyzing the event to understand the potential risks of future encounters and the necessary steps to mitigate such risks. China and Australia have a complicated relationship, marked by economic interdependence and strategic rivalry. The South China Sea, a critical maritime route laden with disputed territories, is a hotbed for these tensions. The recent incident brings into relief the ongoing discord and the challenges it poses to regional stability. Australia's increasing involvement in freedom of navigation operations, supported by allies like the United States, is perceived by China as a direct challenge to its claims and influence in the region. Conversely, Australia views these operations as essential to uphold international maritime laws and to support unimpeded access to some of the world's busiest sea lanes. The incident could further strain diplomatic relations between the two countries. With Australia strengthening its alliances in the Indo-Pacific, especially through formats like the Quad and AUKUS, and China expanding its military footprint, the stage is set for more such tense encounters, unless a diplomatic resolution is found. Following the incident, the Australian government called for calm and reiterated its commitment to a stable and secure region. The Prime Minister highlighted the need for dialogue and adherence to international norms to prevent such occurrences. Australia's approach has been one of cautious reproach, avoiding escalation while firmly communicating its concerns. On the other hand, the Chinese government defended the actions of its pilot, stating that the maneuvers were within the scope of international law and necessary to protect its national sovereignty. China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs emphasized that its military operations are always conducted in a responsible and safe manner. The divergent reactions reflect the broader conflict of narratives and interests between the two nations. Each government is under domestic pressure to appear strong and resolute, complicating diplomatic efforts and increasing the risk of misinterpretations and further incidents. Military analysts are scrutinizing the near miss to understand the tactical and strategic implications. Some view it as a signal from China of its readiness and willingness to assert its dominance in the region, reflecting broader shifts in the Asia-Pacific military balance. The use of such aggressive maneuvers could be a tactic to test the responses and resolve of other nations' forces. From a tactical standpoint, the incident highlights the risks of miscalculation and accidental escalation. Such close encounters increase the chances of an unintended clash, which could have severe consequences given the strategic importance of the South China Sea and the array of military assets deployed by various countries in the area. Experts suggest that enhancing communication channels and establishing more robust mechanisms for crisis management between the military forces of different countries could be vital steps towards preventing future incidents. These measures would help manage and potentially de-escalate situations that might otherwise lead to conflict. Looking ahead, the incident could go in several directions. If left unaddressed, similar encounters could become more frequent, raising the specter of a more significant confrontation. Alternatively, this incident might catalyze a stronger diplomatic engagement aimed at setting clear boundaries and protocols for military interactions in contentious areas like the South China Sea. Experts opine that increased military-to-military dialogue, possibly mediated by a third party like ASEAN or the United Nations, could be essential. Such dialogue could foster mutual understanding and help establish agreed-upon rules of engagement. The role of international diplomacy and law cannot be overstated in this context, as they offer paths towards peaceful resolution. The global community has a vested interest in ensuring that these waters remain free from conflict. International trade routes, global security, and the stability of the Asia-Pacific region depend on the careful management of these delicate interactions. The coming months will be crucial in shaping the trajectory of China-Australia relations in this volatile maritime domain. The near miss between the Chinese fighter jet and the Australian Navy helicopter is a stark reminder of the fragilities in international relations and the thin line between peace and conflict. As both nations navigate this turbulent episode, the focus should be on diplomacy and creating channels for better communication and understanding. The importance of international norms and dialogue in preventing future incidents cannot be overstressed. As the world watches, the actions taken by China and Australia in the aftermath of this incident will set important precedents for how emerging global powers address and manage their differences. In this high-stakes game of international diplomacy and military strategy, the path to peace lies in mutual respect, adherence to international law, and continuous dialogue. Only through these means can we hope to see a de-escalation in the South China Sea and a stable, secure global environment. As we wrap up today's exploration into the delicate dance of diplomacy and the razor's edge of military engagements, we want to extend our heartfelt thanks to you, our viewers. Your engagement and interest make these deep dives possible. Remember, every like, comment, and share helps us bring more such insightful content to you. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Until next time, keep seeking knowledge, and thank you for watching.